Welcome back. You're still watching Business Incorporated. Food prices in Sub-Saharan Africa have increased to their highest levels in nearly a decade due to the coronavirus lockdowns and a decline in cereal production. Today we'll focus on the causes, the outlook for prices, and how it will affect consumers and companies. Matt Kindiger, an associate lead for Sub-Saharan Africa of Frontier Views, joins us now for this. Hello, Matt. Great to have you.
Hi. Thanks for having me on the program today.
Thank you for joining us. So, what has been driving the increase in inflation rate, which markets have been, and which markets have been most affected in Sub-Saharan Africa?
Yeah, sure. So there really have been four main drivers of higher inflation, especially food inflation across Sub-Saharan Africa over the last year or so, especially the last few months. So we've seen currency depreciation last year that has really been pushing up imported prices, so we're seeing a pass-through of the effects of currency depreciation in key markets. We've also seen lingering disruptions from COVID-19 to the global trading system, so many African countries are seeing higher or increased costs of transporting goods to their countries, so that's raising prices as well. And two other things, we have also seen a rebound in global commodity prices, especially agriculture and food commodities, which has driven up prices. And finally, some countries have endured a reduction in food supplies because of civil unrest in rural areas. So that includes countries like Nigeria and Ethiopia. So certainly multiple factors contributing to higher prices. And the countries that have been most affected include Nigeria, Ethiopia, both of which have seen inflation rates accelerate close to 20% over the last couple of months. And Zambia and Angola have also seen surges in inflation, again, close to 20%. These are multi-year highs, so quite significant increases over the last couple of months.
Yeah, quite significant. Well, which industries are most exposed to rising prices, and how are businesses coping with these trends?
Yeah, so not all businesses are affected equally by rising prices, especially food prices. So a lot of, the companies or the businesses and industries that are most directly affected include consumer-facing companies. So those are definitely the most exposed. Companies, especially, those selling lower-priced consumer goods are really struggling with keeping their prices down amid rising cost pressures. And also companies that are exposed to rising fuel prices and energy prices. So any heavy industry manufacturers or companies that use agriculture products as part of their import processes for production. So certainly a broad range of industries. In terms of how companies are trying to adapt to this environment, so there are a couple of things. It is really tough for businesses out there at the moment from a pricing perspective, but some companies are reviewing their pricing cycles, so they're changing their prices more frequently, having discussions with their local partners in terms of when they're raising prices. Others are looking to adapt their product portfolios, so considering introducing lower priced or lower cost products to give their customers more options of lower cost goods, lower priced goods. And finally, some companies are also considering localizing production where possible to protect them from volatile currencies. Others are also looking at currency hedging as a way of protecting them from the effects of imported price inflation as well.
Okay. Well, looking ahead, what is the outlook for both food and core inflation across the region?
So very broadly, we expect both food and core inflation to remain relatively elevated over the course of 2021. COVID-19 related disruption to the global trading system the effects of the disruption caused by COVID-19 to the global trading system will linger for the next few months. So we are going to see high shipping costs, which will raise prices, will keep prices high for countries that rely on imports across Sub-Saharan Africa. In terms of food price inflation, they will likely remain fairly high, elevated over the course of this year, and could accelerate in some markets because of production problems. However, we do expect inflationary pressures to gradually begin to ease towards the end of 2021 and the beginning of 2022. And there are a couple of reasons for this. One is more stable global energy prices, as well as less currency volatility in Sub-Saharan Africa. So prices of imports are unlikely to rise as quickly next year as they did in 2020 and 2021.
All right, Matt, thank you so much. We'll keep tracking those numbers. Thank you so much for your time, and do enjoy the rest of your day.
Thanks very much. You too.
Thank you.